Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English with Liam and Olivia.
Yes, welcome. We are so genuinely happy you are here with us today.
This is the podcast where English feels real, warm, and part of your actual everyday life.
No pressure, no heavy lessons, just honest conversations that help you grow in a real and lasting way.
And today, we have an episode that is going to change something very practical in your life.
Not just in your English, but in your actual daily life, at work, with friends, with family.
Because today, we are talking about one of the most important things you can learn to do in any language.
And that is saying no politely, confidently, and without feeling guilty about it afterward.
This one is going to be genuinely life-changing. Let us get into it.
So, today we are talking about the word no.
Just 2 letters, 1 syllable. And yet for so many people in so many languages and cultures, saying no is one of the hardest things to do.
And for English learners, it is even harder because you're managing the emotional difficulty of saying no in a language that is not your first one.
You're thinking about the right words, worrying about sounding rude, worried about how the other person will react.
And so many learners end up saying yes to things they do not want to do, or saying maybe when they mean no, or just going along with something and feeling resentful afterward.
And all of that happens because they did not have the right English tools to decline with warmth and confidence.
Today, we are giving you those tools, a complete toolkit for saying no in English in any situation.
We are going to look at 3 situations where no is needed. No at work, no with friends and family, and no to yourself when you need to set a personal limit.
And for each situation, we're going to give you real phrases, real sentences, real ways to decline that feel natural and kind and confident.
By the end of this episode, no is going to feel like a complete and respectful sentence, not an apology.
Let us begin.
Let us start with the first situation, saying no at work.
This is where most learners struggle the most because the stakes feel higher at work.
You worry about seeming unhelpful or uncooperative or like you're not a team player.
But here's the truth that most people do not tell you. Saying no appropriately at work is actually a sign of professionalism.
It shows you know your capacity. It shows you respect deadlines and quality. It shows you won't agree to something you can't actually deliver.
And managers and colleagues respect that far more than someone who says yes to everything and then delivers nothing well.
So let us look at the first category of work no, declining an additional task when you are at full capacity.
The key here is to acknowledge the request, be honest about your situation, and if possible, offer an alternative.
Here are some phrases that do exactly that.
I would love to help with this, but I'm at full capacity right now. Could we revisit this next week when I have more bandwidth?
That phrase is warm. It shows willingness, but it's honest about the current reality, and it offers a forward path.
Or, I want to make sure I give this the attention it deserves. Right now, I'm not in a position to do that well. Could someone else take the lead on this one?
That phrase shows respect for the quality of the work. You're not just saying no, you're protecting the project from being done poorly.
Or a simpler version, I'm really stretched at the moment. I don't want to take something on and not deliver it properly. Can we talk about prioritizing?
Stretched at the moment, I don't want to take something on and not deliver it properly. Both of these signal honesty and professionalism.
Think about a real situation. Your manager comes to you on a Thursday afternoon and asks if you can take on a new report by Friday morning.
You already have 3 deadlines for that morning. You can't do it well, and you know it.
You say, I really want to help and I want to be honest with you. I have 3 deliverables for tomorrow morning already, and I don't think I can give this the quality it needs by then. Could we discuss whether the deadline can move or whether someone else can cover it?
That response is brave, it's professional, it's completely honest, and it protects the work and the relationship at the same time.
Your manager will respect that far more than a yes followed by a poor quality report delivered late.
Now, let us look at the second category of work no, declining a meeting or an event.
This is often where learners struggle the most because meetings feel obligatory, like saying no is insubordination.
But not every meeting requires every person, and protecting your focused working time is legitimate and important.
Some phrases that work beautifully here.
Thank you for including me. I have a conflicting commitment at that time. Could someone share the notes with me afterward?
That is gracious, it acknowledges the invitation, it gives a reason without over-explaining, and it shows you still want to stay informed.
Or, I want to make sure the right people are in the room for this one. I don't think my input is essential for this particular discussion. Happy to catch up on any decisions made.
That phrase is sophisticated. It frames your absence as a service to the meeting, not a rejection of it.
And for social work events you don't want to attend, I really appreciate the invite. I'm not going to be able to make this one, but I hope you all have a wonderful time.
Warm, gracious, clear. And it doesn't leave the door open for negotiation because you didn't give a reason that can be argued with.
That last point is important. When you decline, you don't always need to give a detailed reason.
A brief, warm acknowledgement followed by a clear no, followed by genuine warmth toward the other person is almost always enough.
I appreciate the invite. I can't make it this time. I hope it goes really well. Done.
Simple, complete, kind. No over-explanation required.
Now, say it with us. Everyone listening, repeat these phrases out loud.
I wish I could, but I cannot right now.
I am at full capacity right now. I can't make it this time. I hope it goes really well.
Say them again with genuine warmth. I'm at full capacity right now. I can't make it this time. I hope it goes really well.
Feel how natural and professional those sound. No apology, no over-explanation, just honesty with warmth.
Practice saying those this week, even just to yourself, until they feel completely natural in your mouth.
Now, let us move to the second major situation, saying no to friends and family.
This is often harder than work because the emotional stakes feel even higher.
When you say no to a friend or a family member, you worry about hurting them, about seeing as selfish, about damaging the relationship.
But the truth is that a loving no is often more caring than a reluctant yes.
Because a reluctant yes often leads to showing up resentfully, to giving less than you would if you had chosen freely, to building quiet frustration over time.
A loving no says, I respect you enough to be honest with you, and I respect myself enough to know my limits.
Let us look at some real situations and some real phrases for each one.
The first scenario, a friend asks you to help them move apartments on a weekend you really need to rest.
You've been exhausted. You genuinely cannot give a full day of physical work right now without it costing you significantly.
A loving no sounds like this. I wish I could be there. Moving day is such a big deal, and I want to support you. I've been really run down lately, and I honestly don't have the energy to give you the help you deserve. I would love to help in another way, though. Can I bring food to your new place that evening?
That response is full of love. It explains honestly, without overdoing it, and it offers an alternative that shows you still care.
Your friend will almost certainly understand, because that response made it clear that the no was not about not caring.
The second scenario, a friend asks you for advice or support on something that you don't have the capacity for right now. Maybe you're going through your own difficult period, and you simply can't hold space for someone else right now without it costing you too much.
A loving no sounds like this. I care about you so much, and I want to be the kind of friend who can really show up for you. Right now, I'm going through something myself, and I don't have the capacity to give you what you need. Can we talk in a week or two when I'm in a better place?
That's honest, that's self-aware, and it's actually an act of love because you're protecting both of you.
You're protecting them from a version of support that would be hollow, and you're protecting yourself from depletion.
Real love sometimes sounds like not yet, or not right now, or in a different way.
And English gives you the words to say all of those things with warmth and care.
Say it with us now. Repeat these phrases out loud.
I wish I could, but I cannot right now.
I love you, and I want to be honest with you. I would love to help in a different way.
Say them again with genuine warmth. I wish I could, but I cannot right now. I love you, and I want to be honest with you. I would love to help in a different way.
Those phrases are kind, they're clear, and they protect both of you and the relationship at the same time.
That's what a loving no looks like. And now you have the words for it.
Now let us look at the third situation, saying no to requests that feel pushy or that you are being pressured into.
This one requires a slightly different approach because sometimes people push back after your first no.
And learners often give in at that point because they do not know how to hold the no under pressure in English.
So let us look at how to stay kind but firm when someone is not accepting your first no gracefully.
The first tool is the broken record technique, saying essentially the same thing calmly and kindly each time they push.
They push, you say, I understand this is important to you, but I'm not going to be able to help with this.
They push again. You say, I hear you. I really do understand. And my answer is the same.
They push once more. You say, I can see you feel strongly about this, and I've made my decision.
No new argument, no new explanation, just the same calm boundary stated again with slightly different words each time.
This approach removes the fuel from the pressure because pressure needs new information to work with, and you're not providing any.
The second tool, acknowledging without agreeing.
Sometimes the person pressuring you is not being malicious, they're just passionate or anxious, and they need to feel heard before they can accept your no.
You can acknowledge their feeling without changing your answer. I can see this really matters to you, and I'm not in a position to help with it.
Or, I understand you're disappointed, that's completely valid, and my answer remains the same.
Or, I know this is not the answer you were hoping for. I'm sorry for that, but it is the honest one.
Each of these phrases does something important. It says, I see your feeling, I'm not dismissing it, but I'm also not changing my boundary.
And the third tool, the gentle redirect.
Sometimes the best way to end a pressure situation is to gently move the conversation somewhere else.
Is there anything else I can help you with today? Or, I think we've covered this one. What else is on your mind?
Or simply, I think we're going to have to leave this one here. I hope you find the support you need.
These phrases close the door on the pressure without slamming it. They say, this conversation about this topic is finished, and they do it with grace.
Closing a conversation gracefully is a skill, and it's one of the most useful things you can learn in English.
Now let's talk about some common mistakes learners make when trying to say no in English.
The first mistake, over-explaining and over-apologizing until the no gets lost entirely.
This is so common. The learner is so worried about seeming rude that they wrap the no in so many apologies and explanations that the no disappears.
I am so sorry, I just am not sure if I'm going to be able to, and I feel terrible about it, but I think maybe I might not be available, and I apologize so much.
By the time you finish that sentence, the other person is confused and you haven't actually said no clearly at all.
A clear no with one brief reason is so much more respectful than a wall of apologetic vagueness.
The other person is left uncertain with the long version. They don't know if you said yes or no. They have to ask again, which makes the whole thing more painful for everyone.
The formula is simple. Brief acknowledgement, clear no, optional brief reason, optional alternative, warm close.
I appreciate you asking. I'm not going to be able to help with this one. I hope you find the right support. Done. Clean, kind, clear.
The second mistake, saying maybe or I'll think about it when you already know the answer is no.
This one feels kind in the moment, but it's actually less kind than a clear no.
Because maybe gives the other person hope. They go away thinking there's a chance. They plan around that chance. They get excited. And then when the no finally comes, it hurts more.
A kind no now is always kinder than a delayed no later, because the delayed no comes with more disappointment and less time to adjust.
If you know the answer is no, say no, with warmth, with care, but say it.
The other person can work with a clear no. They cannot work with a maybe that becomes a no 3 days later.
The third mistake, giving a reason that can be argued with.
When you say no and then give a specific, practical reason, sometimes people try to solve the reason.
You say, I can't come to the party because I don't have transport, and they say, I'll pick you up.
You say, I can't help this week because I'm busy, and they say, what about just 1 hour on Saturday?
Every specific practical reason becomes something they can try to remove, and then you're backed into a corner. So use reasons that are honest but not easily solvable. I'm not in the right headspace for it right now, or I have too much on my plate at the moment, or it's just not going to work for me this time.
These reasons are real and honest, but they don't create a solvable problem that the other person can fix for you.
And they still sound warm and genuine. They're not dismissive, they're just not debatable.
Now let's bring everything into real daily life situations together.
Imagine a Tuesday at work. Your colleague comes over and asks if you can cover her presentation to a client on Thursday because she just remembered another commitment.
You barely know the project, you have your own work, and Thursday is already full.
You take a breath. You say, I really want to help you out, but I'm not across this project well enough to represent it properly to a client, and Thursday is really full for me already. This feels like something where the right person needs to present it. Can we find another solution together?
Warm, honest, professional. You declined clearly, but you also offered to problem solve with her.
Later that day, your manager asks if you can join a recurring weekly meeting starting next Monday.
You already have 4 recurring meetings that morning, and you know adding another will make your Mondays unworkable.
You say, I appreciate being included. Could I ask what the specific input from my side would be? I want to make sure I'm adding value rather than just being in the room. If there's a real contribution I can make, I'm happy to discuss it.
That response is sophisticated. It doesn't say no directly, but it creates space for an honest conversation about whether you actually need to be there.
Your manager thinks about it and says, actually, you're right. We can share the notes with you instead. You say, that would be perfect. Thank you for being flexible.
You protected your Monday mornings, you did it with professionalism and grace, and your manager felt respected throughout.
Now let's try a friendship situation.
Your friend calls and asks if you can lend her a significant amount of money. She's in a bind and genuinely needs help.
You care about her, but you know from experience that mixing money and friendship is complicated, and you don't have the spare funds to feel comfortable with it anyway.
You say, I love you, and I'm so sorry you're in this situation. I have a personal limit around lending money to people I'm close to because I've seen it complicate relationships before. I want to protect us. I'd love to help you think through other options, though. Can we talk about what else might be possible?
That response is loving and honest. It names the real reason, it protects the friendship, and it offers genuine alternative support.
Your friend might be disappointed, but she'll understand, and she'll probably respect you more for it.
Later, she asks if you want to come to a social event that you find genuinely overwhelming, a big crowd, a late night. You need to be honest.
You say, you know I love spending time with you. This kind of event is really hard for me, and I know I wouldn't be good company for you there. Can we do something just the 2 of us this week? I would love that so much more.
No, but immediately replaced with a yes to something better, a yes to a more authentic version of the relationship.
Your friend says yes immediately because she wants the real you, not the uncomfortable version of you at a party.
And that's what a loving no often does. It opens the door to something more genuine, more connected, more real. Let's try one final situation, saying no to something that feels pushy or that crosses a line.
Someone at work keeps asking you to share information that you know should be confidential. They're asking repeatedly and with increasing pressure.
You've said no once, they're pushing again.
You say calmly, I understand you want this information. I'm not in a position to share it, and that's not going to change. If you feel this is urgent, I would encourage you to raise it with the right person through the right channel.
Calm, clear, firm. No new argument, no new explanation, just the boundary stated again with a redirect to the appropriate process.
They push once more. You say, I've given you my answer on this. I think we need to move on.
And then you genuinely move on. You change the subject or you return to your work.
That's boundary setting at its most effective. No anger, no escalation, just quiet, consistent clarity.
And that kind of no takes practice, but it's one of the most powerful skills in professional English communication.
And now you have the words for it.
Say it with us one final time. Everyone listening, repeat these phrases out loud. I appreciate you asking, but I'm not going to be able to help with this one. I love you, and I want to be honest with you. I've made my decision, and it's not going to change.
Say them again with warmth and quiet confidence. I appreciate you asking, but I'm not going to be able to help with this one. I love you, and I want to be honest with you. I've made my decision, and it's not going to change.
3 no's, 3 different situations, all kind, all clear, delivered with dignity.
Those sentences belong to you now. Use them. They'll serve you in so many moments ahead.
Let's bring everything together now.
Saying no at work means being honest about your capacity, protecting the quality of your work, and offering alternatives where you genuinely can.
Saying no to friends and family means being loving enough to be honest and trusting that a genuine relationship can hold a kind and clear no.
Saying no under pressure means using calm repetition, acknowledging feelings without agreeing, and closing conversations gracefully when needed.
And the common mistakes to avoid. Don't over-apologize until the no gets lost. Don't say maybe when you mean no. And don't give specific reasons that can be argued away.
No is a complete sentence. It does not need a paragraph of apology to make it acceptable.
And a kind, clear no is one of the most respectful things you can offer another person because it is honest, and honesty is always a form of care.
You deserve to say no in English, in any situation, with warmth and confidence and without guilt.
And now you have the words to do exactly that.
We are genuinely proud of everyone listening to this episode because learning to say no is not just an English skill, it is a life skill.
And you are investing in both at the same time. That is remarkable. Keep going.
You are building an English that serves your real life, not just your lessons. That is exactly what real fluency looks like.
If today's episode gave you practical tools you are going to use in real life, please give it a like right now.
And if you are not yet subscribed, please join our family today. A brand new episode is ready for you every single day.
Thank you so much for being here with us today. Every single listen truly means the world to us.
This has been English with Liam and Olivia. Simple English, real conversations, daily practice.
Take care of yourselves. Keep speaking. Keep setting boundaries. We will see you in the very next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.